Hey class, we're going to go over job skill 15-3. This is bookkeeping day 1. We are going to have a lot of windows open. Bear with me as we go through this. I'm going to do the first one with you, but all of them are kind of the same concept, and then you're going to understand why I said we needed to keep our ledgers from job skill 15-2. The first thing is we have 3 forms here. So 2 of them are references. So if you just click on these, you're going to see that one of them is 3 checks, sorry. And then the next one is going to be 2 more checks. And then the next one is going to be our cash receipts, which we filled these out, if you remember, in a previous job skill. So we already know how to complete these. So as we go through, we know that we have a ledger card for these patients. If you look, it's telling us it is June 28th, current year. Pull ledger cards for patients who are on today's schedule. They are highlighted in step-by-step instructions in boldface. So we see Mark Hansen as one of them. It says for us to post all charges line by line, referring to the mock fee schedule, which we know that means we need Practon Medical Group. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up for us. And I'm actually going to make it smaller and minimize it for right now. And it also tells us that to obtain fees, calculate a running balance for each line of posting. For all commercial private insurance programs, Medicaid and TRICARE, use the figures in mock fees. Cut checks apart and post all payments after charges have been posted. Calculate balance due, complete, and receipt for all patients who paid cash. So we're going to read Mark Hansen. Now, I know that I did a ledger card for Mark Hansen in job skill 15-2. So I'm going to pull up my Mark Hansen ledger card that I created. Let me make that smaller so y'all can see this. Get a little bit, oh, too big, too big. There we go. So y'all can see that my ledger card for him. So I've got his information, I've got his demographics, I have his balance, everything's on here for him. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. So I've pulled his ledger card like it's asked me to. It says that we are charging him for an established patient office visit level 2. So that's the Practon Medical Group. So I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to go to my fee schedule, as I've shown y'all in previous job skills how to do this. And then we are looking for the established patient office visit level 2. So established patient, so this is new patient, so no, that's not where we need to be. Established patient, we need to be at level 2, so the 99212, and we know that his insurance, if we pull on his ledger card and look, he has a private insurance, Prudential Insurance Company, so we know that we're going to use the mock fee for him. So if we look for the level 2 mock fee, it's $28.55. So it says post a cash payment, patient paid in full, indicate receipt number in reference column. So let's pull up his ledger card. We would do the date, which is June 28th that we found in the directions. We would do the reference, which our reference, as we know from the previous ledgers that we did in, I think, 15-1, our reference would be what we charged him for. That's that 99 code. Let's pull it back up and see. We've got a 99212. So 99212. And then we would also want to reference his cash payment, which is the cash receipt, was number 147. So we'd make sure that we'd reference that, receipt 147. And you can even put cash in front of that if you want, however you want to put that. And then the description of what it was a established patient, level 2, office visit. That's what we're charging him for. Then we want to know what the charge is, which I have already forgotten because I've done so many other things. I'm going to go back and see for that level 2, it's $28.55. So $28.55, so we do 28, and then we have the 55 cents. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Is it not letting me put my other 5 in? Did I do something wrong? Okay, if it does this to you, just to see if you can see what I'm doing here, I'm trying to put in the 2855 and it's not letting me, so you can put your balance or your charges together if you need to. It's just easier math to have them separated like that, but it's not letting me to put 2 digits in this little column here. So if you do it this way, I'm not going to count off the 2855. And then it's saying that he did pay, so he paid the 2855. It says he paid in full, if you remember that from the job skill. So his balance is still going to be 0. So if you see all that, it's established patient, level 2 office visit, what we charged him, what his payment was. We have the reference, the date, everything's in there. But now we need to complete a cash receipt, number 147. So we've got to pull back up our cash receipts over here. Number 147, you're going to put his name. Then you're going to do current charges, so what we are charging him currently. And remember, we have the description again, which is that established patient, level 2, and that's an office visit. And then our reference here, we would put the reference 147 because I remember we referenced, that's how we did them the last time we did them. And then you would put the date that they gave us to put in was that June 28th. I can zoom in on this a little bit so y'all can see it better. And then his payment was $28.55. He paid the full amount. His balance is going to be 0. And then under other, we write the cash receipt. And remember, you can reference this back. If you get stuck on these cash receipts that we do, you can reference back to these in the previous job skill where we did these. This is where all our job skills are kind of, not all of them, but majority of them are coming together so that we can complete this one job skill. So you've got your cash receipts, you've got your checks, and then you've got the ledger cards from 15.1 and 2 that we've done, and how to post payments, which we learned that in 15.1. So we just completed everything it told us to do for Mark Hansen. We would move on then to Russell O. Smith. Now, as you can tell, these are the patients in bold. You're going to have to pull up their ledger cards from 15.2. That's why I told y'all to make sure you save them and keep them. If you have any questions at all, you can email me. I'm also doing, I think I've said it in previously video, the Collaborate, where we can do individual tutoring sessions if we need to, or individual help, or if you just have questions that you feel like it's better if I can share a screen with you, I can do that. So just let me know. I have plenty of time available to help you. I will work my schedule as best as I can around your schedule. So just reach out to me. I don't want any of y'all to feel like you don't have anybody to go to get advice on these. If you get stuck, don't submit it with something blank. These are counted for a lot of points. That's going to count off a lot. You can have to have an 85 or better. So I'd rather you not just completely skip one that's 20 points. Please email me about the one that you're having questions about, and we'll go through it step by step together. Thank you.